Betrayed in the delivery room. I never imagined that the most crucial moment of my life would turn into a nightmare orchestrated by my own mother-in-law. We had a plan, one that was supposed to ensure a smooth and supportive environment for my labor. My mother-in-law had agreed to pick up my mother, my children, and my grandmother from our house, while my husband drove me to the hospital. My mother and I shared a deep bond. She had been my rock through my previous two births, and I needed her more than ever this time. My grandmother was to stay with my kids in the waiting area, providing them comfort in a stressful moment. Everything had been arranged months in advance. Everyone had agreed. When the contractions started, we called both my mother-in-law and my mom. As planned, my husband rushed me to the hospital. We waited and waited. An hour and 15 minutes passed before my mother-in-law finally appeared, alone. She walked in as if nothing was wrong, took a seat in the delivery room, and immediately buried herself in her phone. I stared at her in disbelief. Where is my mother? Where are my kids? My grandmother? I demanded. She barely looked up. Oh, it's late. I figured they should just sleep. It was 9:30 p.m. I felt my blood boil. My body was already racked with pain, and now my heart felt like it was being squeezed in a vice. My mother lived only 20 minutes away from her house. 20 minutes. And she had simply decided that her comfort was more important than my needs in one of the most vulnerable moments of my life. Through clenched teeth, I ordered her to leave and get my mother. She scoffed, shaking her head. I'm too tired to drive that far. That was the final straw. With what little strength I had left, I screamed at her to get out. When she refused to budge, hospital staff had to escort her out. I felt betrayed, humiliated, and abandoned in my most desperate moment. This was supposed to be a time of support and love. Instead, it became a lesson. A painful realization that some people will always put themselves first, no matter the cost. And for that, I would never forgive her.